What's that? Can anybody see an FH16 logo floating? Can you see that? Why is there a logo floating out here? It's here as well, I just saw it. Where's it gone? There it is. What is going on? It comes with a 3D projector? There it is, there it is. I found it, look. It's got its own projector. This is bizarre. In all the time I've been playing this game, I have never seen that bug. The hazmat sticker is floating. Is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Look at that. The hazmat sticker is just floating in front of the truck. Stuff don't work, man. Comes out, it breaks a lot of things like trailers and stuff. Is there carnage going on over there? There is. There's carnage going on at the junction. Oh, this is good. This is comedy gold, this is. I have no idea what it's doing. Look at that guy! Oh wow, I thought he was going to go straight into the back of the truck then. This is awesome, trying to watch it figure it out. Maybe we should just put a webcam here and sit here for a while. I don't know, the AI in a four-way junction without lights is a bit rip, isn't it? Oh, the Renault went straight into the back. Did you see that? Straight into the back. I tell you what, anybody who has this flat here could just buy a camera, point it there, and build an entire YouTube channel out of that junction. Okay, I'm guessing this one has not got advanced coupling in it. Rip. It wasn't my trailer. I picked up the wrong trailer. See, that's the problem when you turn off the flashing green thing. Is occasionally mistakes happen. And that's what just happened. Let's get out of here before somebody notices. Let's just pretend that never happened, guys. Nobody saw that, alright? This is not the Twitch clip you're looking for. The heck is that noise? The car and the truck have driven into each other. Brilliant. The AI is so good now, it even drives into itself when it's parked. That's brilliant. Years ago, I used to own a Honda CRX, a VTEC. You know the VTEC one? It's quite quick. CRX VTEC. I think I was, hang on a sec. I was quite young. And I owned a CRX VTEC, it's a blue one. And I used to drive it home. Like, I used to go with my mates on a Friday and Saturday night. And we'd do D&D, AD&D, yeah? And we'd only finish at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So I'd leave his house 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, drive back to my parents' house. And I can't remember if I've told this story before. Have I told this story before? I think I have. There must be somebody who remembers this story. Anyway, I think it was about 1:30 in the morning, and I was heading back from my friend's house, who lives in St. Helens, or did live in St. Helens, to my mum's house in St. Helens. It's only about 4 miles, something like that. It's not far. If you haven't heard it. There was like no traffic. You know, it was 1:30 in the morning. There was just no traffic. It was dead. So, you know, I wasn't like speeding, but I was maybe a little bit over the speed limit. You know, just brisk. Let's put it like that. Brisk. Briskly driving home, but nothing crazy. Anyway, I went through some lights, right? And there was a cop car waiting at the lights. He was on red, I was on green. So I went past. Next thing, I looked in my mirror, I thought, uh-oh. So I looked in my mirror, and sure enough, I saw the car turned, like when his lights went green, turned and started to come following me. But I already had like, I don't know, a couple of 100 meters gap or something. So I thought to myself, well, maybe if I carry on driving briskly, he won't catch me up. You know. So I carried on, and I was watching in my mirror. I could see him 150 meters back, following me. Where my mum lives, I go down the road and you do like a chicane. Yeah, you cross over a main road and do a chicane. So I'm driving up there, and I thought to myself, if I can turn left before he sees me, I'll lose him completely. Yeah? I wasn't drunk. No, I wasn't drunk. I was actually completely teetotal back then. I didn't drink at all. So, I turned into the, I turned left into the road as he was turning into the road, and I saw him in my mirror, so he saw me turn left. I then drove and turned right to where my mum lives. And of course, he wouldn't have seen that. So I pulled up outside my mum's house, reversed onto her driveway, and my thought was, I'll park up before he even gets here. So this is my thought. I'll park up before he even gets here. There was one slight flaw in the plan. It all worked perfectly well, but there was one slight flaw in the plan. My mum, outside on her driveway, had a light, a big spot lamp that, as you pull up onto the drive, it lit up. So I reverse into the drive like all stealthy. Wahaha. Next thing, dunk, this light goes on. I'm like, no! Rip! I look, and to the right, I see the cop car drive past my mum's road and then stop as they saw this spot lamp, hit the reverse and come back, and then drove up in front of me. I'm like, oh man, I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. A spotlight caught me out. I was so annoyed. Anyway, I get out my car and start walking towards the door to go inside. I thought, well, I'm just going to act like I've not even seen you. This copper winds his window down and says, excuse me. I'm like, yeah? Oh, hello, officer. Didn't see you there. Walked over to him and he's like, is that your car? I went, yeah. He said, do you live here? I went, yeah. He said, all right, okay. He said, well, just keep your speed down, okay? I went, yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. And he went, all right, and drove off. I think he was just, you know, because I was fairly young and I was in this hot hatch car, he probably thought I'd nicked it. And he was just following me home. But once he realised I lived there, it was fine. But yeah, I'd have got away with the whole thing if it wasn't for that spot lamp. Let me take a photo. Pulled over on the motorbike. The one and only time I ever got stopped on the motorbike was near Walthamstow, actually. And I was doing my regular commute into London. It was outside of Walthamstow tube station. And as I turned at lights, I saw there was like a whole line of like bright green fluorescent jackets, and people being pulled over, not just motorbikes but cars as well. And so I got flagged down to pull over, which I did. And then a guy came over from the DVLA, I think it was, which is like the driver agency, and he said, you know, good morning, sir, we're just here to check. We're just checking vehicles today. So they were basically checking, you know, were you taxed? Were you insured? Was your vehicle roadworthy? All that kind of stuff. So it was just like a spot check. There was loads of people being pulled over. And this was like the one and only time I got pulled over. However, there is a little story around this one as well. On the back of my motorbike, which was a Honda Fireblade, right, which was not a slow bike by any means, on the back of my motorbike, I'd fitted a folding registration plate. right, which is completely not road legal. Completely not road legal. It's a registration plate, right, which has a hinge in the middle, and when you press the button on your handlebar, it folds like that and collapses so you can't read the plate. Right. So you know, again, probably not the best idea I've ever had, having a folding registration plate. So this guy from the DVLA stops me, and I'm thinking, oh dear, this isn't going to end well. So yeah, the reason I got this plate was because I was so utterly fed up of the speed cameras going through London. Oh man, I'm getting sandwiched here. Dude! I had a folding registration plate, right, with a button that you press, and when you press the button, it folds it and the light comes on to tell you it's folded. So, okay, maybe I won't go in that lane then. So what happened? The DVLA guy walks over to me, right, and he's going, we're just doing a spot check to make sure the roads are... So he asked for my name and address and stuff, and you know, it all checks out. Like my motorbike is taxed, it's insured, he checks the tyres, and they're all like road legal, which is, you know, because I used to go through a back wheel tyre about every 3 months. I do about 6,000 miles in 3 or 4 months, and it used to chew through the back tyre. It used to get a flat spot, because most of my riding was like upright. Anyway, he goes around the back of the motorbike, and he goes, that registration plate's a bit unusual. Now on motorbikes, they're normally a little bit smaller anyway, but this blatantly has a hinge in the middle. He goes, the registration plate's a bit unusual. He said, what's that? I said, oh, it's, I said it folds down. Right. And he went, why have you got a folding registration plate? Now, I'm on the spot. What do I say? What do you say? There's a DVLA guy stood in front of you, right? And you've just admitted that you've got a folding registration plate. What do? Why have you got that? Immediately, it's got to sound plausible. Immediately my answer comes out. It's for when I go track racing. I go doing track days. Yeah? I go doing track days, I fold my registration plate up because you're not insured when you're on the track days. And he bought it! He bought it! He was like, oh right, okay, alright, yeah, fair enough. I'm like, I can't believe I got away with this. And he was like, yeah, okay, fair enough, yeah, no problem. Now, here's the thing, right? He said, alright, and he signed it off, and just as he was walking off, a police officer was coming towards me. Now, I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be a police officer who knows the traffic laws. If he comes to my motorbike, he ain't going to buy this story. So I'm like, okay, yeah, slap my helmet on, start the bike, and as he gets within about 10 meters, vroom, I'm off. Bye! I'm gone. It was such a close call, it really was. I blagged him, he bought it, I rolled the dice, and I got away with it. About 3 or 4 weeks later, the folding thing broke. It just didn't work anymore, so I took it off and put a normal plate on it. But, in between time, I was riding my motorbike through London, and there was this other guy on a motorbike, and we were riding briskly through London, and as he's following me, we came to a speed camera, because I knew where every speed camera was on the way back, right? I knew where everyone was. And this guy's following me, briskly, and as we come to this speed camera, he hits the brakes and I hit my button, right? So I hit my button, and my registration plate goes, whoop, and I carry on, and he hits the brakes, slows down. At the next set of lights a few hundred meters down the road, he catches me up, and I could hear this guy laughing. I could hear him laughing. Like, I've got a helmet on and earplugs, he's got a helmet on, and I could hear this laughter behind me as he rolls up on his motorbike, and he's like, dude, what the heck is this? He's going, I pull up behind you and your registration plate. He said, that is mental, that is brilliant, that is. And he pulls over, is this black guy? And we just pulled over and had a chat, and he was like, that is just legendary, that is amazing, I've never seen anything like it before. It was just great, we just had this conversation with him. But yeah, I got rid of it. It was not the best idea. Oh god, I'm driving in the wrong side of the road. Get back into UK mode. Well, you know the lyrics, sometimes on the left, but mostly on the right. Lol noob! Green and gold, it's now a racing Lotus. It's fairly complimentary. I'm doing it again? Oh my god! This is outrageous. It's actually outrageous that I keep driving down the wrong side of the road. I am surprising myself. The thing is, I can get in my car and just... not a problem, but when I'm playing this game, mentally, I'm always on the right. Oh my god, look at this gate. I don't know what's holding up gate. I'm kind of curious to find out where the gate's going to slide in a second. Somebody needs some WD-40 on that gate. That is the noisiest gate. That was Mr. Squeaky Gate, that was. It'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? Oh my god! Goosh! We killed it. We killed it as much as we killed Mr. Wub Wub. He doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die. He's actually freaking out right now. No, you won't kill me. I'm a Reno. I feel like playing Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive. That's some awesome dancing right there, actually. That is some genuinely awesome dancing. Look at that. What is this truck doing? Look at the Volvo. Oh god. Oh, he just hit it. Everybody's like ganging up on it now. Oh, he's keeled over. He's finally died. There he goes. And that is how you wreck a Reno, guys. That is how you wreck a Reno.